So what do you know of the Outer Wilds?
I know it came out at the same time as the Outer Worlds, and it unfortunately had a very similar name.
Yes.
So nobody played it.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say nobody played it. A lot of people gave this their game of the year.
I also know that your spaceship is built out of wood,
Yes.
which is really funny.
So that's all you know. I think it's great to go into this game as blind as you can, so the fact that you don't know almost anything about this game is great.
I'm gonna roast a marshmallow.
Sure, if you feel so inclined.
Oh no! Damn it! Oh, that one's no good.
You could eat a burned marshmallow if you want to, though.
Here, we want to be, like, right here, I think.
Sure. I find it very difficult to get a nice toasted brown marshmallow. It's very easy to accidentally burn it or catch it on fire. Your friend there is kind of getting his stick a little close to your stick. Watch it, buddy, don't cross. How was that marshmallow tasting?
That one was pretty good, honestly.
All right.
So you put it right here. You don't want it above the fire because that's that's gonna be almost too much heat, I think.
I wouldn't know. I don't roast marshmallows all that often. It looks like you got a pretty black hockey puck looking thing going on.
No, look at him. He's like nice and toasted.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh. No, he's okay. We're good. We're good.
Is it though? I really feel like that's become a piece of charcoal.
Fine. Well, that was crunchy. Yeah. That one was crunchy. Hey.
There's our pilot, back from your pre-launch campout under the stars, I see.
Yes.
So it's launch day, yeah? Seems like only yesterday you joined the space program, and suddenly here you are, leaving on your first solo voyage.
Uh-huh.
What do you say? Ready to get this beauty off the ground? It's all fueled up and ready to go.
You sure you fixed the retro rockets?
That was only a problem one time, and then maybe a few times after that, but hey, no reason to dwell on the past, right? Anyway, you'll need to get the launch codes from the Hornfells at the observatory before you can go. Just bring those back here and then you can say your goodbyes.
Alright, well I want to cook some more marshmallows.
Okay. I mean, space mission can probably wait. That one is actually on fire now.
Put it through the pot! Choo, 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 choo. This is now a jousting game between me and this tea kettle. Ha ha! I got you, sir! Ha 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 ha! Yes, call me Errol Flynn!
Yes? Hey, you landed on top of one of them. Oh, I had it tumble. Oh!
I almost crashed into a guy with a banjo.
Yeah! Looking good.
I'm burning a lot of fuel, though.
It's okay. For some reason, we have infinite fuel.
Is it just right now we have an infinite fuel?
No,
or?
apparently it's like a renewable resource or something, because we've got infinite amount of it.
Oh! What? What? What's happening?
Did you lose control? Did the signal get lost? Well,
it's going to space now.
Bye.
It's oh!
Hey, look, there's our moon. And there's Jupiter.
I think it actually went into space.
Yep. So it would seem.
All right, let's try it again.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh,
Shoot.
you almost
All right.
had it.
We gotta get it inside where the water comes out of.
Get it inside the geyser. We can do that. And
I'm overshooting it. See?
Oh, we can rate ourselves. Nope. Turtle on our back. Turtle on our back.
Okay. I must go. My planet needs me.
Jupiter, here I come. And, okay, we're getting further and further away from the geyser now.
We'll get there eventually. This is not easy to control.
No, this isn't representative of the actual controls.
Are the actual controls worse?
No. When you're inside the ship,
Hey, we did it!
it's a lot easier.
Oh, wow, that goes really far down, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Down to the center of the Earth.
I'm waiting for the geyser to start to see if it launches it.
Maybe the geyser will blast it back out. I can't really see. Maybe not.
This is finicky.
Yes, once you're actually in this kind of ship, it's easier to navigate because you can see where you're going. But there you go.
Hey, I just had to cut thrusters.
Nice. There you go. You figured out how to navigate the little drone there.
Woo!
Ooh.
To space!
You almost hit the moon.
Did I? The moon would have to be really close for me to almost hit it.
Yes.
All right, here we go. We're gonna slam this thing into the ground at Mach 3. Oh.
They're very sturdy.
It's weird that you press and release A to jump. Into the geyser!
Well, whoa!
Whoa! Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Well, you're gonna land in the geyser. You'll be fine.
Ow!
Yup, you died. You are dead.
Well, that was a great start to the game.
Marvelous.
Hey, I wanted to know what was inside the geyser. Do you know what was inside the geyser?
Death.
Boiling water, which kills you.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't actually that geyser that killed you. It was the impact when you landed.
You know, I can see why so many people like this game.
Some people complain that games these days drag on for a long, long time. This one doesn't. I like how abrupt it ended.
Yeah. The hell was that? There's a thing that just launched a thing up there.
Yeah. Curious.
Oh. Marshmallow cooking time. Pro tip for everybody, if your marshmallow catches on fire while you're doing that, don't swing the stick around.
Yes.
Because then you're just swinging around gelled molten sugar. Whoa, what the?
Yeah, yes.
I have a gun.
It's a signal detector.
Oh, it's a microphone. Okay, well, I should talk to this guy.
Is this why you were never a reporter? Because you got confused between guns and microphones?
Yes. Yeah, I kept speaking into the end of an AK-47.
And boy, those civilians were not happy when you tried to interview them.
No, it brings a whole new meaning to the word shotgun mic. The Outer Wild Ventures presents postcards from orbit. Use satellite camera. Oh.
This projector is linked to our Sky Shutter satellite, which is currently orbiting Timber Hearth. The satellite is equipped with 2 onboard cameras. See if you can take a snapshot of our village.
Okay. Man, there's all kinds of stuff in space, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. This is just our planet.
There we go. There's our village.
Yeah, you found it. Yeah.
Yay! Hello, old man.
Oh, you're actually blasting off in that thing, huh?
I guess they don't explode. I'm told my odds of survival are statistically quite high.
Yeah, the space program's certainly come a long way. I should probably thank you for causing fewer flash fires than your predecessors.
You're welcome.
By the way, good luck with the retro rockets.
Thank you.
The pilot's seat, used by pioneering astronaut Feldspar, is all that remains of our inaugural flight into space.
Oh my.
Although it's been argued such a distinction requires a breathtakingly liberal definition of flight, that day will nevertheless always be remembered as a landmark achievement in Hearthian history.
Interesting. Is this like their little museum?
It looks like it. So, it's launch day, huh? Hal is gonna miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform those ships launch from is getting old. Isn't it time you built a new, perhaps less flammable one? That big tree in the village would be the perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program. Just say the word.
The launch pad is flammable?
Ha! You didn't realize that? Don't worry, it's held up for all the launches so far. It'll definitely be fine for yours, probably.
I don't know. I think you have it out for that tree.
What? No. I just think it's in the way and someone ought to chop it down, you know? Specifically me. You think this has to do with that time I fell out of it and broke my arm? That was when we were hatchlings. Who would hold a grudge for that long?
Who would, indeed.
Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving for the crater today. If you meet any of the other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you?
Tell me about the other travelers' instruments.
Oh, sure, I made them all myself, you know. There's Chert's drums, Rybeck's banjo, and Gabbro's flute. And Feldspar's harmonica, of course, although Feldspar has been missing for a long time. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday they were playing their harmonica around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space? That'll be one of the space program's other travelers. If you feel like company, pull out your signal scope and track them down.
How would I hear music in space? There's no air.
The signal scope picks it up. Don't even question it. It's how it works.
Okay, I won't question it. Observatory, that's where I need to go.
Now that he's gone, yeah, how the hell does that actually work?
Hello, astronaut.
Well, if it isn't my favorite troublemaker.
We wanted to play hide and seek, but Moriad won't let us borrow their signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Hey, can we use your signal scope? Can we? Can we please? We'll even let you be it.
I've never done this. You want to play tag with the kids?
Sure.
Okay, here are the rules.
Okay, here are the rules. Galena and me will hide with these radios, and you'll use your signal scope to find us. Last one we found wins. Okay, close your eyes and start counting.
One misses. Oh, that's funny how we have 4 eyes and it does there and there.
Yeah, it squints twice.
Equip signal scope.
Oh, I think we may have found... Are they hiding behind the waterfall? Pardon me. Oh, there you are. We found you.
Oh, shoot.
Didn't jump far enough. Gotta try again, though.
How do I get back up there now?
Oh, I gotta find a ramp or something. Hop around this way. All right. And, yep. Hey.
Found you.
Oh, you found me, but my hiding spot was super good.
I mean, it was just okay. You're hiding behind I can see you.
Don't forget, you have to find both of us, though, okay?
I mean, even if your hiding spot was the best hiding spot in the world, I'm using a tracker that tells us exactly where you are.
I almost died there.
Yeah.
Okay, so like right there.
How do we get there, though? Where is there? Oh, are they hiding on the? Oh, that's a pretty good hiding spot.
Hello.
I won. I'm happy. Thanks for playing with us.
You're welcome, small child.
You don't get a reward or experience or anything. It's not one of those kinds of games.
That's fine.
Okay.
Hello, son.
Hello, father.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Well, actually, it's not a sun, is it? It's just a star.
It is your son, kind of, yeah.
It's just a star, because like our star is called Soul.
Right.
But that's just a star. We don't know what the name of that star.
Well,
oh, there's a thing right there.
Yes.
And I can hear music coming from it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the one that has the drums? I forget who that was.
His name was Chert, if I recall correctly.
Well, Chert must be on one of those planets.
I guess so. A camera.
What the?
Uh-huh. There's green stuff over there. Yep, green stuff, right there. Danger! Inside this fence is a pocket of ghost matter, a strange and dangerous substance that's invisible to the naked eyes. The good news is that you can detect ghost matter with a camera. Moving through ghost matter is painful and will probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you hurt yourself fooling around.
Cool, I'm gonna hurt myself fooling around.
We're gonna have to reload again.
Fine, I won't do it.
Hey, come say hi to your old flight coach before your launch. I got some zero-G training for you if you want a refresher.
I could use a refresher because I've never been in zero-G before. Hello!
Hey, thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you?
I'm a little nervous, yes.
Good. Everyone should be a bit nervous going into space. I got cocky during my first flight and nearly put a new crater in the moon.
Ooh, I want to put a new crater in the moon.
Still, I was never as green as you.
That's not what Slate says.
You know better than to believe a word that lunatic says about me.
He says the same thing about you.
So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the zero-G cave that I need to get repaired. If you're looking for a little last-minute practice, head down to the lift and into the cave. Or don't, so long as you're confident you can make ship repairs in space.
One repaired satellite coming up.
Cool. Get to it and try not to concuss yourself right before your first launch.
I've had many concussions. I'll be fine. Beep boop. Ooh, I like how the cave fungus looks like stars. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, well, it's not quite zero G's, but it is,
It's low gravity.
very low gravity, yes. I don't know if I've ever been down this far. Oh, I see something sparking. Yep, need to do some repairs, it looks like.
And we'll just bend these things into position and tape it shut.
All right, 1 down, 2 to go. Where are the other 2 things to fix? Here we go. And repair. Boom.
Man, this is a freaking advanced spacesuit.
Yeah? In what ways?
Just the fact that it's like, it can just lock on to things and then match velocity instantly. Yeah, everything's made out of wood for them. Well, I probably need to get away from this. Whoa, oh man, that made me dizzy for a second.
What, yeah,
Just like the weird perspective of looking up a hole while I was trying to like fly past it. Oh, I wonder if it's on the top of this thing. Ah, yep, I bet it's inside it.
Hello, Mr. Satellite Node. Prepare to be repaired.
Just gotta fix these wires, twist the wires together, and there we go.
All right, that's 3 out of 3, and we're done.
All right, so maybe not the fastest time. All right, well, we'll put the spacesuit back so someone else can use it.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, the gloves are so cute.
3-fingered because you got 3 fingers.
Oh, completely off topic. Well, not completely off topic because it's related to the space gloves. I really want, you have no idea how badly I want a replica of, Apollo astronaut gloves.
Are they that impressive?
They're so cool looking.
All right.
I just want I don't even want the original ones sell for literally obscene sums of money because every spacesuit for the Apollo astronauts. Oh.
Nicely done. Of course, it'll be a bit more stressful when you're hurtling through space, but just remember your training and try not to hit anything big.
I'll do my best.
I can see you're itching to get off this rock, so go get the launch codes from the observatory and get out of here.
All right.
Best of luck. Don't get killed. Hate to waste my time training you, only for you to die.
Basically every spacesuit that was used during the Apollo program was custom built to its astronaut.
All right.
So it's it wasn't a... Oh, that's why I could see it, because you're yeeting rocks into it, kid.
That's what I've been doing, all right.
Yeah, every spacesuit was custom built for each astronaut. It wasn't like a mass-produced thing.
That would be pretty pricey, I assume, then.
Yeah, but you can sometimes find them, they pop up on collector websites, the original, Apollo astronaut gloves.
You don't need original astronaut gloves.
No, you super don't. I just want, a replica that's built to basically the same specifications, even though it probably would cost me several $1,000s to get a replica.
You space nerd. You purveyor of love for the space programs.
Dude, I love the space program. I have a set of the same sunglasses that they wore during the space program.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's not the original ones, but it's the same ones.
I saw smoke coming from Young Bark Crater up north and figured I should go check it out. You can use the scout launcher, just please don't break it while I'm gone.
Okay.
Tech tight. And up here to the, okay, we got,
scout launcher.
All right.
Okay. Do I have to, put a scout into it?
It's already got a scout equipped into it. East, the Nomai ruins.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, taking some satellite photos.
I can see the smoke there that he was talking about, too.
All right.
And boop. Oh, and you can, rotate the camera.
Yeah, the scouter actually has 360-degree rotation.
That's cool. Oh, and then now we got it back.
And you can automatically retrieve it, and now you got the scout, you can relaunch it again.
All right, ready? We're going to launch it this way. Pew!
What are we looking at over here? A couple of, mountains.
There's the mountains.
Geysers of some sort.
This is neat. I like this.
There's a lot of fun tech here.
Boo!
Into the tree, and there it is, stuck in the tree.
Yay!
Our space program was a failure.
Woo! Woo!
Made it past the tree this time. And into the forest there. Plunk.
That's neat. I like that.
A lot of good stuff. And there's the observatory. We can shoot over the observatory. There you go. And plunk. Alright, good stuff.
Oh! Did you see that little thing?
Yeah, a little thing just kind of flew out of the sky. I don't know what that was all about.
Alright, well that was fun. I enjoyed playing around with that.
Oh, hello, astronaut. Good weather for a launch, right? That's lucky.
Any good sounds from space today?
I'm using binoculars. What do you think? I mean, yes, there are. My signal scope is set to the Outer Wilds Venture frequency, so I'm listening to travelers' music.
Ooh.
Last I heard Rybeck's banjo coming from Brittle Hollow. I hope that means they're safe. I can hear different planets, too. It depends on what time of day or night it is, since different planets are in the sky at different times.
Ooh.
Signal scopes are cool.
They are cool.
Yeah, you're using the signal scope like I was using.
Oh, it's moving.
Yeah, because he's on a planet that's moving.
Oh, duh. What the hell? Someone just whistling on the moon?
Someone's whistling on the moon.
Neat. I thought for a second that was the noise the planet was making. Which, have you ever listened to the recordings of the radio signals that come from planets?
I think I have, but I don't think they're particularly all that interesting.
I think the one from Jupiter is super interesting.
Yeah, does Jupiter make some decent noises?
Jupiter sounds like it sounds like the weird ambient droning shit that I'm into.
But how would you know what it sounds like if sounds can't travel through the empty vacuum of space?
Because it's just the radio waves that it's emitting.
So not what it would actually sound like to our ears.
No, because it would sound like what AM or FM radio waves sound like. Oh, here are the original travelers, I suppose.
Feldspar, Esper, Slate, yeah. And then Timberhearth's first and only space program, founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Feldspar was the first one to get launched into space. They completed the first orbit around the planet and later made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Atoll Rock.
The first to be intentionally launched into space, notice.
Yeah. A remarkably intact statue carved by the Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago.
Neat.
The statue provided us with our most detailed look yet at the precursor race, who appear to have been covered in a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that has been carved as part of their antlers. Although their artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in the solar system, we still have no idea where the species came from or what happened to them.
Goodness.
What a mystery to solve. Interesting. Yeah, antlers alright.
Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh, buddy? It's the translator tool's inaugural flight, too. I'm so excited it's making me nauseous. Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want anywhere you are. Two of us put a lot of hours to inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? oh, geez, do not break it. Just ignore me, okay? I'm nervous. I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling? I'm absolutely terrified. Don't let me make you nervous. You've been training for this day since we were hatchlings, remember? You'll do great, I promise. So what's the dirt? You here to see the new Nomai statue?
Wait, new statue?
New statue? You haven't heard? Gabbro brought it back with him from Giant's Deep, and Hornfels just finished prepping it for display. That's it right there. Neat, huh? Makes me wish that we could see what a real live Nomai looks like, but I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out, it looks like they had fur. Fur is weird.
Oh, that's right, we don't have fur.
This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know. And for how old it is, it's in great shape. Oh, geez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you got a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear?
Aw, you too, buddy.
He seems like a nice man. That looks like my space rock.
Cool little space rock. The strange rock moving around in the grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some kind of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims the rock exists in all possible states until it is observed, whatever that means. Whatever is actually happening, both sides of the debate agree that the effect is extremely creepy.
Where's this rock? Oh, this one.
Yes.
Oh, it just moves around.
Yeah, when you're not looking at it, sometimes it's there, sometimes
That's weird.
it's not.
It kind of looks like my space rock, though.
Yes. Does your space rock teleport around?
No, my space rock does not teleport around. That's weird.
Yeah.
There we go. Got it in that one.
Yeah.
Meow. Meow. That's odd.
Yeah.
But cool. I'm into it. Planets.
Stars like our sun generate light and heat by fusing hydrogen into helium.
The sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace where hydrogen is built into helium at a temperature of millions of degrees. As it grows older, the star runs out of hydrogen and starts to contract. Okay.
And then it gets bigger and bigger and redder.
As the star's core contracts, it gets hotter, causing the outer layers to expand. The star has become a red giant. When the core is hot enough, it starts to fuse helium into carbon. If a star is massive enough, it will continue to fuse carbon into even heavier elements like iron. Ultimately, the star will collapse under its own gravity and then explode in a giant event called a supernova.
Damn.
Based on Chert's observation, this will one day be the fate of our own sun.
Terrible, terrible fate that hopefully is many, many millions of years in the future.
Probably way into the future. Did you know that if you want to kill a star, you just have to inject iron into it?
I didn't know that.
And by iron, I mean a fuck ton of iron.
Oh, so I
More
can't-
iron than you possibly could have.
So I can't just throw a pencil at the sun and blow up the universe.
No, because the moment the sun begins fusing stuff into iron, that means that it has run out of fuel. But if you inject enough iron into a sun, it will theoretically start fusing things into it, and you can't fuse things into iron, which means that the star will begin to collapse.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. I know it's been said a lot, but what's really interesting to me as a space nerd is that everything that exists on our planet comes from suns exploding billions and billions and billions of years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
So it's just like everything that exists is made out of the junk from a star blowing up.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
it is phenomenal. Hard to wrap your head around sometimes.
It's just interesting that you can pick up I can pick up my space rock and know that that came from the inside of a star blowing up.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
This crystal was taken from a Nomai ruin on Brittle Hollow.
Neat.
It seems to create a local gravity distortion, which is most likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out.
Okay. This is a hands-on museum.
Yeah, go ahead and touch all the exhibits.
That's weird. Okay. Ah!
Gravity crystals.
Oh, already
Same
read
thing.
that.
Yep.
Whap. Wall running! Oh, ow. Wall running! Yeah!
Uh-huh.
Look at me, I'm Lucio!
The Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to the outer wild ventures. I said outer worlds, allowing us to modify expedition gear in exciting and useful ways. For example, the Little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval capacity that allows astronauts to recall their scouts instantaneously. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost to the depths of space.
Oh, so that's how they just go whoop and warp back to me.
Yes.
Oh, look, there's all the cameras on it.
Ooh, neat. Yeah, the precursor technology helps make that happen.
Oh, they're skulls.
What you see here are the parts of a Nomai skeleton. We can tell from their skulls that they possess antlers and, quite unusually, only 3 eyes.
We have 4.
The Nomai body was most likely adapted for living exclusively on land. The differences in their anatomy, such as their shockingly fragile bone structure, show us that Harthians couldn't have descended from these ancestors. It's not clear where they came from or why they disappeared. We hope to find out more clues to this puzzle as we explore our solar system.
Hopefully we do.
So what are the things you might be able to find out there in space? What happened to these guys?
I wonder if they had shockingly brittle bone structure because they spent most of their time in space.
Possibly.
And that's why their bone structure was weak.
Aside from the dwellings and structures they built, the Nomai also made art. This decorated pottery was discovered on Brittle Hollow. Some ancient Nomai art depicts strange animals, foreign celestial objects, and other subjects that can't be found in our solar system, which makes us wonder whether the Nomai originated elsewhere in the universe or simply had vibrant imaginations.
Yes.
Were they born in our solar system, or were they born among other stars and planets? And if they were, how and why did they come here? These are just some of the questions we hope to answer through future xenoarchaeological expeditions.
Ooh, I want to be a xenoarchaeologist. Whoa!
You've got
Oh.
some gear that'll translate the writing.
We're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says calibrating the device won't take long. Untranslated. Oh. Unfortunately, the
The moon.
the moon's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our research.
All right, well, I guess we've looked over a lot of these things. Oh, what's this? Watch closely. These balls move on their own. The ground is perfectly level, so what do you think causes this spooky motion? The answer is the moon! As it orbits our planet, the moon's gravity pulls on objects from different directions.
Whoa!
In fact, it's pulling on you right now.
Ah!
Yeah.
Can I pick those up and move them? No.
Don't interfere with the exhibit. Don't
Can I-
compromise the integrity. Stop compromising the integrity of the exhibit! No, Zach! What are you doing?
Whee!
This is why people have banisters around these.
Whee! Now I'm demonstrating centripetal force. Ah!
All right. This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to dark bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere.
Interesting. Ooh. Whoa! What the?
That's a map of the solar system.
Oh! So the hourglass twins are like, I'm guessing supposed to be like Mercury and Venus. Mm-hmm. This is Earth. Brittle Hollow is probably supposed to be kind of like Mars.
Possibly.
And then Giant's Deep would be like Jupiter, Saturn.
Yeah, the big old gas giants.
Uranus. And then Dark Bramble would be like Neptune or Pluto.
Yeah.
And then what's this one that like goes really weirdly? What's this little guy?
Man, it doesn't seem to be on this little map here.
Oh, I can't like actually look at him either, which is weird. I'm sure eventually I will figure out what the hell that red thing is down there. Oh, look, there's another thing.
Yeah, it's
What's
some
this
kind
guy?
of white dot in the sky.
What's him?
I don't know, it's not on the map, it's not marked. Must not be a celestial body.
Interesting.
Alright, yeah, you got the codes for us, Hornfells? There you are, I just finished pre-flight observations, and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground.
I like your turtleneck.
Thank you! And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator tool. I confess, I've been giddy all day just thinking about it.
Yay!
We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work.
Ooh, I am very proud.
Tell me, what's your plan once you get into space? Where are you gonna go? What you gonna do?
I think I'll start with something small.
You'd prefer to ease into things? That's a sensible plan. More sensible than most of our astronauts tend to be, and that's a fact. Do you think you'll go to the moon then, the Adelrock? Our moon would be a safe first place to travel to, and you'll get your bearings in space. And there's also a guy up there called Esker. I'm sure he'd appreciate the visit.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Plus, we don't know what ancient Nomai ruins on the moon are, or why they were built. You could put your new translator tool through its paces.
Ooh.
Well then, all that's left is to send you off. After all, it's a fine day for a launch.
I'm ready to die in space.
I'm not one for superstition, but isn't it kind of unlucky to say that before a launch?
Nah.
Well, here are the launch codes. Don't worry too much. Our ships are very, very safe, as every bit as safe as Slate could be persuaded to make them. Good luck out there. Let me know if you need help with anything. Like I can help you or something, I guess.
Okay, the launch codes are dash dash, dash dot dot, dash dot.
Yes.
Whoa, what the fuck? Why are you looking at me?
Sup?
Ah! Ah! I'm inside! Ah! No! No! It's like the statue thing. It's like the statue from Mass Effect all over. No! The fuck just happened? Why? What just happened?
Yeah, the statue just gave you a stare. Well, now that we have the codes, I guess there's nothing left but to go to space. Hey, get a good look at that Nomai statue.
Yeah, the statue looked at me and opened its eyes.
Whoa, the statue was doing what? So its eyes opened, and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like a hallucination?
Sure?
Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking?
No, that statue's definitely weird.
I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess maybe it did, but why? Hornfellows tried everything to get the statue's eyes to open, and nothing like this ever happened to them. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabbro said they were going back to Giant's Deep. Don't know which island they're on, though. Maybe they'd be able to tell you more. On the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro, so maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own. Geez, now I'm really jealous you're going into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay?
Alright.
Good luck and safe flying.
Thanks, you too. Ah, God. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that all month now. Great.
Yeah, you enjoy your space flight as well. Hello, astronaut. You going into space today? Are you going to space and never come back like Feldspar did?
Don't worry, I'll come back. Eventually.
That's what Feldspar said too, but they never did. Hornfellows will be really sad if you don't come back. Like how sad it makes them to talk about Feldspar. So you should make sure you don't get lost in space too.
Okay, I'll make sure I don't get lost in space.
Hey, if you find Feldspar and he's still alive, I want to bring him back because people miss him a lot. Everyone
Alright.
just thinks he's dead. Maybe he is, I don't know.
Eat this marshmallow, throw this one into the fire, and then burn it up and extinguish it and eat it. Oh my God, it's so crunchy, yum, eat. Oh my God, it's so crunchy, yum, eat. Oh my God, cooking marshmallows, yeah!
You're having a little too much fun with the marshmallow cooking
It's
minigame.
fun. I like doing it. Hey, I'm gonna take off now.
Looks like you're ready to take off. The excitement of a launch is fun and all, but I can't wait to get back to working on the new ship. We're working on fixing the autopilot's avoidance system for this one.
Ooh.
Sorry.
What? Fixing? Wait, why do the marshmallows come in a tin can? All right, I guess now is the perfect time for a Right Stuff parody. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. There we go. I don't remember the music from that movie, so.
The right stuff.
No, that's a different thing. Whoa. All right, well, is this...
What's up?
Hang on, is this really my spacesuit? What, is what I'm wearing my spacesuit?
No.
Okay. Oh.
That's your spacesuit. Which you can put back on the shelf, yep.
Oh, is that a can of jumbo marshmallows?
It might
View ship log. Still here.
So you can check out a couple different planets, the information you learned at the planets. So you learned that on the moon there's a place called Lunar Ruins, and also Esker's Camp. Somebody named Esker is on the moon. They've been by themselves for a while.
For some reason, this sound effect is very pleasing to my ears.
I'm glad small things like that can bring you joy. Yes.
It's a very pleasing sound. I don't know why. It just feels good in my ear holes.
Apparently you've already got some information on Giant Steep. Ah, yes. Hal says Gabra went to Giant Steep to learn more about the Nomai statue.
Dark Bramble, the Interloper.
Don't know much about that yet.
Okay. Well, apparently I don't know much about anything yet. I got my stick. Good. More marshmallows. Good.
You guys really love your marshmallows.
Apparently we do. Oxygen refill. Spot a tree, walk towards it, enjoy. We got extra gear up there. I like all the little details in this. This is fun. Oh, I got a curtain in front of the cockpit. Wait, where do I sleep?
You never sleep.
I don't?
No, Hearthians never sleep, which is why they don't have beds.
Are you sure?
Yup.
There's houses down there with and of course I have stuff to make a campfire and plenty of marshmallows.
Yep.
Okay. And that's how I leave the space shuttle ship. It's not really a shuttle, it's just a spaceship.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. The cockpit from the front is just like, it's just like a gold dome. That's cool. They have it like gold coated.
Bro.
All right, well, I guess here we go. And that's, oh my god, is this how we're generating oxygen?
Just plants everywhere?
There's just plants inside the spaceship and that's how we generate oxygen? That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so, related to this, when I was a little kid, I remember, it was when I was really little, I remember learning that humans need oxygen to breathe.
Yes.
And then I remember hearing that plants make oxygen. So when I was a little kid, I legitimately thought that a scuba tank was like, we had built terrariums out of like 2-liter bottles. And I thought that a scuba tank was just a big version of a terrarium, so there's just like a little pine tree in there.
A bunch of trees.
I thought there was just a little pine tree inside the scuba tank, and you exhaled into it, and then the tree was like, just in there, being a happy little tree, producing oxygen for you.
Oh, the innocence of a child.
We're taking off.
Yep, there goes the landing pad. It's not on fire this time.
Whoa, what? Oh, okay, so that's I'm in space now. I'm like officially in space.
Yeah, I mean, you're still, I think, in the gravitational pull of the planet, so...
I don't think so, because I'm not like moving.
Oh, okay then. I guess we have escaped the orbit of the Hearthian planet.
Oh no!
I take it back. Nope, it's still pulling you down pretty far. Electrical system is damaged, aft hull damage. You landed somewhere.
I landed like right on top of it. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, we gotta take off again.
Hey, now's a good time to try out the landing camera. Oh, it's damaged.
Oh, it's damaged.
I forgot it's damaged.
All right, well, we've landed.
All right, well, I guess get out and fix your ship.
All right.
Good thing we got that training practice in.
Yeah. All right, how do I fix stuff?
You have to go up to it and press the fix button.
Where's the electrical? Ah, okay, I see it sparking.
The hull was damaged, and now the electrical system is damaged, and...
Oh, dang, you can see solar flares!
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Wait, why is it more white now?
Well,
Why is it going into white dwarf stage?
You are later in the day. Sometimes the sun just seems brighter based on the atmosphere of your planet.
Fair enough.